Good day to you wherever you are listening in from, and welcome back to Gold Rush Crypto Daily. I hope you're all having a great day. Listen, this is what we've been waiting for. The government shutdown is finally over, energy is flowing back into the markets, and Kaspa, yes, Kaspa is setting itself up for something absolutely massive. I'm talking nodes hitting all-time highs, whales quietly stacking bags while everyone else was panicking, and some of the most bullish sentiment I've seen in months. Everything is lining up. Everything. If you're holding KS right now, this might be the video that changes your perspective on what's coming next. And if you haven't been paying attention, well, you're about to. So do me a favor real quick. Smash that like button, drop a comment below with where you think Kaspa's headed, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell because we're covering the crypto market every single day, and you don't want to miss what's coming. All right, let's get right into it. So first things first, the news we've all been waiting for. Coin Bureau just broke it. Trump has signed the bill. The government shutdown, the longest in United States history, is officially over. Now, why does this matter for crypto? Because uncertainty kills markets. When the government's shut down, when there's chaos in Washington, Capitol sits on the sidelines. People get nervous. Institutions pause. Everything freezes. But now, the floodgates are opening again. Energy is coming back. Risk on sentiment is returning. And you know what that means for crypto? Especially for projects like Kaspa that have been coiling up, building, waiting for this exact moment. We've been in this holding pattern for weeks, watching the market move downwards and sideways, watching everyone get frustrated. But this is how cycles work, the calm before the storm. And now that the political noise is clearing, we can finally focus on what actually matters, the fundamentals, the technology, and the momentum that's been building underneath the surface this entire time. Everything's pointing to something big. Speaking of momentum, let me tell you what's happening with Kaspa right now. This just came from Scape Squad, and honestly, I had to double-check the numbers because they're that impressive. Kaspa nodes just hit an all-time high. We're talking 825 public nodes. And get this, 43 new nodes were added just today, in one day. Do you understand what that means? Every single day, more people are joining this network. More nodes, more decentralization, more strength. This isn't some hype project where people show up for a pump and disappear. This is real infrastructure being built in real time. And this is the thing about Kaspa that I keep coming back to. Decentralization isn't just a buzzword here. It's literally at the heart of the technology and the community. The BlockDAG network gets stronger every single time a new node goes live. And right now we're watching that happen at an accelerating pace. You know what this reminds me of? Early Ethereum, early Bitcoin. When the true believers were quietly building while everyone else was chasing dog coins and meme tokens. The people who understood what decentralization actually meant, who saw the vision, they showed up every single day and built something real. That's what's happening with Kaspa right now. And, most people still aren't paying attention. Honestly, the setup couldn't look better. Now this is where it gets even more interesting. So, Kaspa Life just posted something that really captures the moment we're in right now, and I want to read part of this because it's exactly what I've been thinking. They said, government shutdown is over, energy is flowing back into the markets, and Kaspa, it's lining up for something big. They're talking about the upgrades coming, vProgs, Dagnite, and how the community is actually showing up while most people are still scared of the short-term noise. Everyone's watching the price day to day, panicking over every little dip. Meanwhile, whales are quietly loading up, and then they said something that really hit home. This isn't about guessing $1, $5, or $10. It's about understanding the bigger picture. When strong tech plus strong accumulation plus strong timing align, growth gets explosive. Stop staring at the last 5 minutes or 1 hour, zoom out. That's the message. That's what we need to remember. Because right now, in this exact moment, momentum is being built. Not on Twitter, not in the hype, but in the technology, in the wallets of long-term holders, and in the nodes that keep going live every single day. I've been in this space long enough to recognize this pattern. We saw the same setup back in 2017 before the real move started. We saw it again in 2020 with projects that went on to do 50x, 100x, the quiet accumulation, the sideways price action that frustrates everyone. And then, boom, the explosive move that catches everyone off guard. I'm still confident this is the cycle where we finally see it happen for Kaspa. All right, now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Because Crypto Matt just posted something that a lot of you have probably been feeling. He said, so Kaspa is consistently rated one of the top most bullish cryptos, and yet price has constantly gone down. Can you say artificial manipulation? And you know what? He's got a point. You cannot have a crypto with such a strong community, such strong tech and fundamentals, and have the price do what it's been doing unless something else is going on. Now, I'm not here to put on a tinfoil hat and start pointing fingers at specific exchanges or whales, but let's be real, accumulation happens. Big players don't announce when they're buying. They do it quietly. They do it when retail is panicking and selling. They do it when everyone's frustrated and convinced the project is dead. Look at the data. Sentiment shows Kaspa with 89.7% bullish sentiment, third highest in the entire market. And yet the price dropped 15% from late October to now. How does that make sense unless someone's deliberately keeping the price down while they load up? Matt said it perfectly. This is a slow grind down, but a huge parabolic rise will follow. Eventually. They wanted your bags cheap to ride up. Now, I can't prove manipulation in a court of law. I'm not here to accuse anyone of anything specific. But what I can tell you is this. On-chain data shows whale accumulation. The price gained almost 11% this week, outperforming the entire crypto market. And despite all the suppression allegations, despite all the frustration, the fundamentals keep getting stronger. So what does that tell you? It tells me that something is building. It tells me that the smart money is positioning itself. And it tells me that when this thing finally breaks out, and it will break out, it's going to be explosive. We've waited long enough. It's finally happening. And that brings us to what might be the most bullish post I've seen all week. Lovren just dropped a thread titled Major Alert YKAS is about to explode. And listen, I know we see a lot of bold calls in crypto, a lot of people throwing out big numbers and big predictions, but this one has substance behind it. All right, folks, let me break down what Lovren said. First up, the numbers. Kaspa achieved an impressive 10,000% increase in just 3 years. It's now boasting a market cap of $1.4 billion. Plus, it's listed on major exchanges like Kraken. And honestly, we're just getting started. Lovren compared it to Solana and Matic during their early days. It's the same accumulation phase, the same institutional interest, and he mentioned something I completely agree with. History doesn't repeat, but it rhymes. Now here's what most traders are missing according to Lovren, and I think he's absolutely right. It's Kaspa's unique GhostDAG protocol. We're talking 1 block per second capability and 0 congestion issues. This is literally solving what Ethereum couldn't solve. And then he dropped his price target, $3 by 2027. But then he said, and I love this, that might be FUD. When you look at the fundamentals and compare them to other layer ones, we could be looking at $6 plus. And you know what really got me? He said, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. Just increased my position by 20%. Been accumulating and haven't sold a single CAS. That's conviction. That's not someone trying to pump their bags for a quick exit. That's someone who's done the research, who understands what they're holding, and who's willing to back it up with their own capital. Now, do I think Kaspa's going to $3, $6, $10? Honestly, I don't know the exact number. Nobody does. But what I do know is that the fundamentals are there. The technology is there. The community is there. And the accumulation is happening right now in real time, while everyone else is distracted by short-term noise. This is the calm before the storm. So, let me bring this all together for you. The government shutdown is over. Nodes are hitting all-time highs. Whales are accumulating. The fundamentals are stronger than ever. And we're sitting right on the edge of something that could be absolutely massive. Everything's pointing in the same direction. Everything. Look, I know it's been frustrating. I know some of you have been holding through this sideways action, through the dips, through the doubt. But this is exactly how generational wealth is built in crypto. Not by chasing pumps, not by panic selling when things get uncomfortable, but by recognizing value, by staying patient, and by trusting the process when the fundamentals are this strong. Stay patient, stay positive. It's all coming together. And listen, this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my thoughts, my analysis, and what I'm seeing in the market. You need to do your own research and make your own decisions. But for me, I'm watching Kaspa very, very closely right now. I appreciate every single one of you tuning in, seriously. Whether you've been here from day one or this is your first video, thank you for being part of this community. We're all in this together. So if you found this helpful, if you're feeling bullish, smash that like button. Drop your thoughts below. Where do you see Kaspa by the end of the month? And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell because we've got another massive update coming tomorrow. This is Gold Rush Crypto Daily. Keep your eyes on the charts, your heart in the game, and let's get rich together.